Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, and my friends, Rashid is now imminent in Street Fighter 6 as this is his trailer, and of course naturally we're going to break it all down for you. So before anything else, let me just tell you, Rashid comes out July 24th, yes, this month. Some people, admittedly myself included, thought Rashid would not be coming out until sometime after EVO, show the trailer at EVO, then release the character. But no, he will be dropping before EVO, which means maybe at EVO we get an Aki trailer then or something like that. Who knows, right? But yeah, so Rashid looking good. And well, like I said, let's break it all down for you. So let's rewind back to the beginning. So in our opening cutscene, if you played World Tour mode at all, this will look familiar to you as this is indeed Nashal. So all the DLC characters will be in World Tour mode. You can talk to them, learn their moves, learn a little bit more about their lore if you do the social bonds. It's all there for you. And now we get a little bit of a look at some of Rashid's normals. Now, one thing to note about Street Fighter V, it is indeed an all-new game. That means Rashid is getting all new normals. That said, we can hazard a guess at some of them. This looks like his forward heavy punch returning, because it's cosmetically similar. This probably stand medium kick. This maybe stand heavy kick, although sort of like in reverse from how he does in Street Fighter V. And that would be forward and medium punch command normal. Just looks a little bit more sassy with the new animation budget. And also, speaking of the animation budget, so this is one of his taunts. Very elaborate. We get to see Rashid showing off his throw suite. So forward throw leaves him pretty far away, so maybe no drive rush after the fact. Back throw, and we have an air throw because Rashid is the master of the air. Now, Rashid and mobility, still gonna be a big thing. So we can see in this little sequence, he still absolutely has the run. So Street Fighter 6 being Street Fighter 6, it might be upgraded to like a command, maybe 2 kicks together or something like that. But yes, at the bare minimum, he can do a run and go into a slide, avoiding fireballs. And this looks like a running overhead. Or at least at bare minimum, it definitely goes over lows, as you can see here. So it'll be useful. There's gonna be some run gimmicks for sure. Next up, if you've played any amount of Street Fighter V, this is probably where the PTSD starts kicking in. Because yes, the Rashid omnipresent moves of Whirlwind and Spinning Mixer do return in Street Fighter 6. And knowing Rashid, they're probably gonna be pretty good. Now this guy here is all new, and what is it? Well, I actually have the benefit here. Capcom sent me a press release. This is the Arabian Cyclone. So you can do it by itself, which is basically a big spinning kick, which also causes a whirlwind here. You can see the projectile pop up, and you can do multiple things or do nothing after the fact. So after the projectile is shot, you can do nothing and just let it rock, or you can transition into what is effectively his V skill 1, the roll into the kick, or, it's not shown here directly in this part, you can transition into the wing stroke, which was his V skill 2, like the air dash. You can also do that. So it's a modular move. You can let it rock and let the good times roll just like Street Fighter V and do the roll into the attack after the fact, or you can take to the skies. Rashid's gonna be silly. And speaking of silly, well, now let's get to the silly part. So it looks like a target combo into the Arabian Whirlwind, and now we cancel into the wing stroke, the V skill 2. Well, it was in Street Fighter V anyways. So the special connects, and then Rashid takes to the skies, and then smacks Luke down to the ground. So since Arabian Whirlwind is going to be a very modular move, expected to be used a lot in combos and neutral, it's seemingly going to have quite a few applications for sure. Our next sequence, so jump punches here, double hitting, jumping normal, stand heavy punch seemingly into a level 1 super, and this is a ice cold level 1 super here. So it is the Eagle Spike, but it has like multiple hits after the fact. Rashid always been the speedster kind of character, so it's implying, I guess, that he kicked you a million times on his way up, and you're only feeling the effect after the fact, I suppose. So, by the way, Rashid is also a streamer now, and then we have this silly little sequence, which also brings back the memories. So first we have a little bit of a wind off. We do have 2 wind characters now in Street Fighter 6, which is a little odd, I guess. But them's the breaks, I suppose. Into a giant eagle spike into Spinning Mixer, which we've all seen a billion times. Thing is, looks like potentially maybe Rashid can hold down the button to charge up his whirlwind shots. Also seemingly creates a little bit of a mini tornado. That could be cosmetic, I'm not sure. But the EX Eagle Spike and the Spinning Mixer is certainly not cosmetic. Works like it always did. Just remains to be seen if the spins is a new mechanic or if his heavy kick wind is just extra slow. I'm assuming new mechanic, that you can just hold it down and get advantage. And looks like new stuff yet again here. So fancy flip into a double jump, seemingly, into just kind of kicking Lily around. According to the press release they sent me, this is the Arabian Sky High. So it's basically an actual just double jump for Rashid in the form of a special move. So Rashid, the trickery, the gimmicks, all that kind of stuff, it's still very much alive. And he's going to be mixing up people left, right, front, and center for sure. Next up here, we have his level 2 super after the Drive Impact Clash. So big old tornado season yet again, and then he does heavy kick into EX Mixer into the double jump we talked about earlier. Now, what we don't see in the trailer, although this new stuff really does look cool, is apparently this is straight up his V-Trigger 1, according to the press release. So if it didn't directly combo into the enemy, it probably would be traveling along the screen, eating up a lot of screen real estate. Another cool sequence here. So forward medium punch, drive rush canceled, stand medium punch, target combo. And then from here, we go into the EX version of the Arabian Cyclone, which then apparently this one he can just regular dash cancel, doesn't have to do the command roll, and then follow up, and then we go into our fancy level 3 cinematic. Basically his old super art from Street Fighter V, just much more elaborate in a lot of ways, right? And you can see the camera, and here's the webcam stream. Once again, he's a streamer now, which makes sense. In Street Fighter V, he was basically like an internet junkie. So for the most part, just a natural evolution of the character. Also, for the Street Fighter V Rashid fans, don't worry. The classic costume is here, so if you want that look, if you need that scouter to assess people's power levels, it's all here for you. So all in all, Rashid looks really, really good. Has a lot of the classic stuff you would expect, and some all new tools to play around with. And coming out earlier than I thought. Like I legitimately thought they would not release him at all till after EVO, right? It seemed like such an easy marketing win. You finish EVO finals, roll the trailer, roll this trailer, I guess, right? Then Rashid's out in a day or two, but no, he's out before EVO. And I guess the question is, will he be EVO legal? Wait and see on that, I guess. For myself, I fear Rashid. In Street Fighter V, I was a Vega player. I know that's off type, I guess, but a lot of things Street Fighter V were off type for a lot of people, right? Old Rashid's kicked in my head a lot of times over the years. So I'm looking forward to a new era of bad memories, I guess, because Rashid looks really, really good in this game. And if you happen to be a Rashid player, I gotta imagine you gotta be over the moon, because everything looks so good in Street Fighter 6 for Rashid. That all said, though, that's the trailer, and that is the breakdown. And of course, naturally, when Rashid comes out, check the channel. We'll have combos, guides, all that kind of stuff for him. We'll go in depth together. And other than that, well, I guess we're at the end of the video. So if you want to post what you think about Rashid in the comments below, feel free to do so. I myself, even if I'm not someone who plays him, I think he's pretty impressive in this game. That all said, though, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Street Fighter.